Right.
Hello, folks on YouTube again. I was just advising Joe to give some stat points for his upgrades to Shane the Custodian. Both his heroes level up after the fight, and I mean Shane the Pathfinder and hit points hit points. Oh, he didn't get the hit points. He only gained 1 HP, but he gained 5 max HP. Oh well. Hit points, melee strength, and resistance. Melee strength is, even though a druid, you probably want to stay at range. Enemies will try and close with you, and that will make the retaliation strikes better. So it allows
Yep.
you just position them more aggressively. If they do get charged,
Mm.
then they're retaliate better. And it was only one pass, so even though he probably doesn't want to go heavy on it. And Awanes, what was it? Resistance, basically. Resistance for the stack shields and resistance personally. Because a lot of enemies do some amount of magic damage. And resistance also helps against like
Yeah.
some things that could do stuns and such, like makes them less likely to proc.
Hmm.
It'll definitely help against like the odd wisps. I know that Crystal Tree has more wisps, and
Yeah, I see a lot of wisps all over the place.
yeah, and there's a Goblin Scoundrel nearby which does blight damage, and the resistance protects against that. So like with 13 resistance, the hero will take -3 damage from the Goblin Scoundrel's longbow. I mean crossbow when when it doesn't have any penalties to damage, which will mean only do 1 blight damage instead of 4. And if it's at line of sight or ranged, it won't do any blight damage. So that's nice. Um, or it'll round up, or it'll do 0 to 1 or something. It'll do less is the
Yeah.
point.
Should I go to the library now?
Um, Hold
Enter
on.
the
Oh yeah,
lost
those
library.
two don't have any movement left. Yeah, sorry, I was just looking. Let me save it again. Yeah, yeah, I would do the lost library. This is gonna be a hard fight, so you're probably gonna want to make some use
Oh
of
boy.
spells.
Yeah. I don't know how many spells the bard has.
You can use. You don't have to use the bard spells. You can use your leaders, your country leader spells. They
Wait,
cost
really?
twice as much. Yeah, when
Oh,
she's not on the battlefield, they cost twice the mana, but they don't
I see.
stun her because she's not on the battlefield. So it's like having
Ah,
7
fair.
units, sort of. You know.
Yeah, I see. All
So
right.
it's definitely worth it
I'll
because
enter the treasure
you got a
chest.
limited action economy because you only have 6 heroes. I mean 6 units. You can't bring a seventh or an eighth into this fight, even though you had a seventh unit. It was
Probable victory. It is nothing but reanimators.
that's
Literally
it.
nothing but reanimators.
Oh well,
Four
that's
reanimators.
good luck. If they had been reanimators plus some corpses, you might have been in trouble. Or
Yeah.
yeah,
Just wait till one of them dies.
of
Then
course,
they'll
if they
reanimate.
manage to kill one of your units, they can bring it back as a
Oh
corpse.
no.
Keep that in mind. So they're most likely to do it to the penguin or the reed serpent because those are your melee units and they're weakest.
Yeah.
So yeah, you probably don't want them to. I mean, it's just a standard corpse they'll bring back. It's not like it's a special penguin corpse with the life
Yeah.
steal, but yeah, they could still kill something and then reanimate it. So
Frostling, orc, goblin, frostling.
only 4 of them. Yeah, okay. I thought it was she said nothing, but I was
They get
thinking
to hit
6.
first
Yeah, they get the first move
already.
because you're attacking.
Oh
Yep,
shoot, that sucks.
nothing you can do about it. But one of them threw a curse, the orc. Makes sense because it has the least range strength as a orcs have a penalty to range. Oh no, well it doesn't affect the black bolts are the same. That's weird. His melee strikes should be nastier than the others. Yeah. I don't know why they kept the orc back. It's actually the toughest in melee of them all, and it has no range penalties. Weird. Um, yeah, they're all slightly different because of racial strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
Actually, the toughest one is the goblin in terms of melee. In terms of damage dealt, it has the least health, but it does extra blight damage. It's also the worst in range. The Goblin's the most dangerous reanimator because of its extra blight damage, both melee at range. It's got blight protection though, so you can't hit it with.
Did why is the bard Shira the bard missing an action point?
Oh, because she was cursed.
Oh, really? That happens?
Throw.
Spellcaster blocked. Anti-magic field.
Oh, you probably have to dispel the anti-magic field first.
Yeah. Is that
Hold
going to
on.
use?
I was just looking at the inflict curse thing.
Hmm.
Throw curse. Curse units suffer -300 and -2. Oh no, it doesn't say that it reduces action points. That's weird. I don't know why Shira has fewer. Maybe it's the effect of the curse it didn't list. She was successfully cursed though, so.
Yeah. Hmm. That's weird.
Yeah. Uh. Yeah, you should probably just you gotta kill that goblin reanimator, I guess, first of all. So your high elves should be able to reach it. The longbowman on the right could move one
Yeah,
tile
he can.
closer, take some shots, see how you do. Just gotta start somewhere.
All right. Should. Oh yeah, that should be good chance of killing him.
Yep.
10 to 14 three times. Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sweet. That
You
already.
can try and dispel the anti-magic field if you
Will
want.
that use up Shira's movement?
No, it shouldn't. I don't believe so. Just in case you could, she's already
Okay.
cursed, and they can exploit despair. So you might. She's also despairing. Um,
Yeah.
or no, that doesn't exploit despair. Their undead do. I see. Um,
Where should I move her?
I might have her move. What's the range on her? Oh, she always darts, not wombos.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I would just try and remove the animagic field and see what it does. I don't think it'll have user
Okay.
movement. It should be based on your country leader instead of
Cannot
her.
be disjuncted.
Oh.
That sucks.
Okay, yeah, that does really suck.
Oh, there goes that.
Yeah, then I would just throw some darts at the frosting reanimator. I wouldn't have her get closer. I would just have her do it at this range.
From this range, from long range.
Yeah.
Okay. Acid darts do not work.
Yeah, acid darts do
Fire,
less than normal darts. I would just, yeah, because frostings have
fire
fire
weakness,
protection.
but blight protection.
Or, yeah,
Yeah, normal darts should be stronger.
white.
All right.
Ah,
Oh,
leveled up.
leveled up.
Nice. And I guess the
Are they
other,
all immune to poison?
yep, it comes from being
What if they're
reanimators.
undead? That sucks. Well, this reed
Uh,
serpent's not doing anything.
it's also, I mean, they use a lot of poison, so it can't do much damage, but it also can't take much damage. They can only do
Oh
frost
yeah.
damage. The reed serpent, I think, isn't immune to blight, or no, it just has partial protection.
No, it's partial.
You probably don't want him killing the dire penguin, so I would probably have the high elf longbowman move in front of the dire penguin, so that they suffer line of sight penalties if they try and shoot over the head of the
Yeah.
longbowman. And it needs to move that close anyways. And I would try and kill the
Yeah, you're right.
frostling.
Well, he can't. He can't kill it, but he can do some
Well, he
damage to
could
it.
get a crit. and
Oh,
then he
you're right.
kills it. There's always a chance of crits. If he fails,
Ah, dang.
the initiate should be able to finish it off with a lightning bolt, lightning shock. Just
Right,
move between the two, and then it'll set up a line of heroes so that they can't shoot the penguin without getting line of sight penalties. So,
right here.
yep.
Come on. I knew that was gonna happen.
Jeez, your luck sucks today.
Yeah.
Uh,
Why don't gamble?
if the if the reed serpent moves a couple to the northwest, maybe like 3, so it's next to the 2 ranged units, because it can guard and provide, protect cover from the others. I don't think it can do any damage with the poison spit, though. You could try, see what it says.
Um, Target cannot be affected. Can't
Oh,
even try.
yep. Well, then it can just sit there and provide cover. And the penguin,
Did the penguin just defend?
yeah, I would just guard.
Penguin. Fire penguins. I'm a druid. All right, that good? That look good?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm just giving advice here. It's still, I mean, it's your.
I don't know. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to learn.
Oh, I mean, I'm not.
Oh, heal undead. That sucks. What are you doing?
They are all undead, apparently. I didn't.
No.
And they just revived the one that fell. That's the other thing I forgot. They can revive each other as
How
corpses.
do I kill them?
They
Oh
can
no.
only do that once per battle, so
Oh
it's
good.
not like they can infinitely revive each other. Plus, the corpses can't revive other corpses, so it's
So
just.
don't target the corpses.
I mean, you
Target the other
could.
ones.
If you kill the cadaver, then they'll waste time reviving the cadaver again. They only can, as I said, they can each only raise 1 corpse each.
Oh.
But the one that used the ability, which one did the reviving? Did you see? Oh, it
Um.
was the one in the orc in the
Yeah, the
back.
orc. The orc did.
Yeah. I would probably focus on the frostling that's closer, because you shouldn't suffer line of sight penalties attacking that one, and
Right.
if you kill it, it can't revive something else. So
I
the
see.
reanimators are probably still a higher priority than the cadet corpses, even though they can.
So shoot it with my. Should I move the left longbowman at all, or just start firing?
Bu- 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 I would just start firing with that one. See how it
All right.
does. Don't waste time even thinking about the movement. It's not. If it got a crit, it
Yeah.
might have.
Should I
Uh,
try to finish it with the initiate, or do you think that's just not gonna work?
no, I would try and finish it with the initiate.
All
Could even
right.
get a crit if
Let's
you're
see.
really
Let's
lucky.
see how my luck works. Give me a 6, please. There we go.
A 7.
Oh, he leveled up.
Nice. I mean, you get the benefits of that immediately, which is extra melee strength, defense, and hit points. Cool. Um, the other 2 units both have range attacks. They could try and kill that cadaver before it closes to melee, and
Yeah.
before it
Or should
devours
I?
the. Of course, if you
Hmm.
fail, it'll
You're right.
probably it'll waste its movement devouring the corpse that you just killed, but then it can't be raised.
It has
Uh,
projectile resistance. That sucks.
yeah. You can still do 6 to 10 damage with a longbowman, which is nice damage.
Yeah.
I would have the
That's
longbowman
good.
fall southwest 1 tile because it can still reach the cadaver, and then it'll just be a little further back from further away
Southwest.
from, like back, but still adjacent to the pillar 1 tile because it should still be in range, but that way it's further from the enemy, so they have to move closer to
Oh,
get to
you're
it.
right. They will still be in range.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that way it's also closer to the other units in case they all try and rush it. Like, it's closer to friendlies who can support
Leveled
it.
up. Everybody's leveling up. Wow.
Nice. And I guess
Should I
Shane the
charge the
Bard will
cadaver?
need.
Or is that bad? No, that's bad. Well, no, these guys don't. No, they have melee. Yeah, never mind.
Uh, I
Probably
mean, I
should
would
not do
just
melee.
throw darts. You can finish it this with 3 to 4. I mean, with 2 to 3 dart attacks. So, yeah, I would have I would have Shira fall back southeast one next to the Lombowman because it'll still be at long range then, and it will. She can still kill
No,
the.
no, I think she'll be out of range. Right? She's
Uh,
already. If she moves back any further, she won't reach.
if she moves southeast one, because I'm looking, she can fire 5
Oh,
in a
southeast,
line.
not west.
Yes.
I see. Sorry, I
Yeah,
misunderstood.
southwest would have been out of range. Southeast would be in range
I
still.
understand. Okay.
Yeah. And then just finish off the cadaver. They'll probably just revive it again, but they only can do that so many times, so.
Yeah, it'll waste their movements.
Yep.
Their revives. Well, yeah, they can only revive one more thing. Sweet.
Yep.
Oh, Reed Serpent's alive.
Uh,
Too close
yeah.
to melee, I guess.
I would just
Otherwise,
keep
it's
using it
red.
as mobile cover for your archers. Like they're hiding behind the reed serpent, which is fine. And it's like a shield wall kind of concept. And just
What about
keep the.
the penguin?
I would still keep it in reserve. They could still kill it at range at this point very easily.
Okay.
Especially because they're gonna, and then you just be feeding them more corpses to devour or revive.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yep, I fear they'd probably go for the hero. Because she's already despairing.
There we go. Yeah,
Yep.
keep attacking the serpent.
Yeah, it's resistant to bite and it was guarding, so. Yeah, that's a terrible
Alright.
target, and it can't
Oh,
do
they didn't revive
much.
anything.
No.
Did
Nope,
I
they
kill their
just.
last one? Their last frostling with a revive left?
Uh,
You'd be able to do it without even needing to move.
kill it with a what?
The longbowman. Might take 2 shots. Or, I guess, the longbowman and the blow darts should do the trick.
Your two longbow have different amounts of attack now because they're different ranks. Is just noting. Yeah, I'd probably do it with the longbow on the left. Or no, because that might not do
Yeah.
it. It might fail. I would do it with the one on the right, because 10 to 16, actually. It's more likely to succeed. Yeah, so I'd have the longbow on the right attack.
Okay.
You.
Ooh. So close.
Well, Shira can finish it off now. Or,
Yeah.
at this point, you could have the Reed Serpent close and finish it with a melee
Oh, it
attack.
could. Yeah. That's. Yeah, I'll
Although
do that.
then you'd lose the mobile cover for the other 2 units. I'm thinking about
Yeah,
this.
but if Shira charges, she can do 17 to 25 damage.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I would have the Reed Serpent finish the thing off with 1 health, but
So the
not
other
get.
bow should be able to do some damage, and then it should be dead. Should be able to win this turn.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I
I'll
would
have
have
the
the.
Reed Serpent.
But you got to be careful because your own units can get in the way of line of sight. So I'd have the longbow in the left move forward one and shoot the rear one that's not injured, the orc, just to see how much damage that does. Amount of things.
Okay, the Orc Reanimator.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, let's try that out.
Cool.
Yeah, okay. So we can absolutely finish. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and then the Reed Serpent should be able to close and finish. I don't know if it can. It can't even reach the one in the back, but I think well it can, but it would only get 1 attack. But it could finish the one that's got 1 HP for sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
I
you're right. I
was.
should have moved it.
Yeah, I was trying to say not to get in the way of Shira's charge like that.
No, she can still reach it. It's all fine.
Oh.
Although, yeah, that would have been bad if she didn't have as much movement as she does.
Yeah.
But yeah, this should work. Sweet. That wasn't
Cool.
too bad. Didn't even lose anybody.
Yeah, it could have been worse if
If
like
they were
if you.
more than just reanimators.
Yeah. That was. If they even had one other unit that was better at killing things, then the
Like,
reanimators would have had corpses to revive, and it could have, like, even 3 reanimators and one, like, level 2 combatant. You would have been in
I've
trouble.
discovered suffocate.
Oh, you got a spell from it?
Yeah, I think so. Suffocates a unit
Oh.
by creating a temporary vacuum around them. Deals 15 damage to target enemy unit.
Oh, nice. So
Uh,
you gained a spell, one that you, I think, normally wouldn't be able to get, and got some knowledge. Nice. And now, even if the fort doesn't provide knowledge per turn, you still got something worthwhile out of the library. It, um,
where do I see all my spells?
it should be when you go to the knowledge thing in the bottom left of the screen, which also, I'm curious if it applied that
Oh, right.
progress to seafaring. Like, are you at 34 of something on seafaring, or did it just let you progress further? Research costs 35 knowledge.
Yeah, it's 35 now.
It's hover over the plus 71 at the top of the screen. I think it might just give you a. Oh, you can't do it. Well, that's base independent city. So it. Oh yeah, that is your per turn. If it giving 35, it would have given you basic seafaring this turn. Instead, pretty much that all that knowledge went to waste because you were doing seafaring. Like,
Can I switch it?
it's not gonna matter if you do. You got screwed.
Yeah, like instant knowledge does not seem very helpful.
Well, it could have
And
been.
it's
If it
it's
had
really
been 35, it would have saved you
well
71 especially.
it'd
So,
be helpful if it carried over, you know? Like
if the
I don't
overflow
like when they
carried
don't
over?
do
Yeah.
knowledge. So that I have leftovers to research the next one a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I don't know why it doesn't do that.
well,
Weird.
it could have. Some things it could have either given you. It could have given you basic seafaring instant. Oh, seafaring normally costs 60. I see.
Yeah.
And right now it's saying hover over to research costs 35 instead of 60. So yeah, it gave you 30. It gave you some progress or something. I don't know. It doesn't
And
matter.
yeah, it put it into seafaring, but I did not need that. So that
Yeah,
sucks.
it does.
Oh well. I don't really care. I was mostly just trying to clear the site.
If you'd been doing something more expensive, it would have been more useful. Or if it had given you like 60 in a turn. Or, yeah, I don't know. If you switch to something else, it
Upgrade
might.
a hero.
But you probably still want the seafaring anyways at this point. So, oh well. What does Dirty Half Dozen do?
All
Oh,
units in
that's
a hero's army
Devout
gain
Saint.
Devout Slayer.
Infiltration Squad?
What is a Devout?
That's like whole units.
Oh,
Uh,
wall climbing.
uh, sabotage, stronger than steel. So against armored units. Hold
Undead
on.
Slayer.
Yeah. Scroll back to the top for a sec. She could gain powder poison, but honestly, I would just give her health and defense because she is a bard, so she's a little bit squishy, but she can do really nasty damage if she gets backstab on a unit. I think that's one of her. If you scroll down, like she's already got backstab. I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
as a rogue, because she's a rogue, so she just needs to survive well enough to get behind units. Which, like right now, she was a little bit squishy, like in
Yeah.
that last fight. But with the extra health and extra defense, which won't help against magic units, but most units don't use magic. And defense was cheaper than
There's
resistance,
an elephant.
anyhow. Hmm.
I want to clear this, but there's an elephant and an elemental there.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to kill that very soon. Earth elementals are ridiculously tough. They're 40% physical protection. They're immune to frost and fire. Like, unless you
Or
have blight or shock, apparently those are its weaknesses, which I guess is supposed to
I have
represent
shock
acid.
and blight. Not a ton of blight, but
Yeah, it's
some.
not good. Only a little blight and a little shock. And the element is tough as heck too. Charge, devastating charge, 15 base damage, 67 health. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, you can always come back with a druid, and you can try and charm the elephant, befriend animal. So that's kind of the best thing to do with it is to like bring Shane or an LNS, because I think Shane has befriend animal already,
So
right?
am I putting a city here?
Where that fort is.
Yeah.
Eventually, yeah. I mean, for now, you just reserve the spot so that the other city won't block it.
Yeah. What kind of city do
And
you think I should put there?
what type of city?
Yeah, dwarf, elf. There's not
Um,
a lot of there's mountains, but there's not a lot of trees.
I mean, yeah, dwarf city would be more productive probably, but there are some. There is well, there's one tree. Um, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't worry about it right now. Like, it's not an
Yeah.
amazing city spot, so it's like more you're reserving a spot for the further future. A dwarf city would probably be the most productive, is my guess, though.
Okay.
You know, although I don't know. Do humans like being next to the water? I actually don't
I
know. It
don't
makes
think
sense. This,
so. They probably should. I
hmm.
mean, maybe everybody should.
But humans, their whole gimmick is that they're like natural seafarers.
Oh, then they really ought to then.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe that'd be too strong in some maps.
Likes fertile plains, dislikes subterranean blighted. Yeah, it'd probably just be too strong. They probably should like water tiles, not like love it or something. Well, there's no like, but yeah, water should probably be light terrain for them, but it's not. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, still, it's a city on the coast, so you'll eventually be able to build ships for whatever the heck they're worth on a map that's mostly land. Uh, and you can move units between your two coastal cities that way by ship, by sea, by like embarking. It's quicker, I think. But yeah, it also reserves a spot for a city that just so you can pack in some more small cities here and there without. Yeah, is what it is.
All right. What should I do with this? Just move them into. Well, they can't move. They can move here.
Oh, you're referring to
These
those
guys.
guys?
Oh,
Well, some of the units can move because they don't all have the same number of movement points.
yeah.
Uh, what's the quickest path to Mistdale from where they are right now? Without calculating it, like if you just hover over there.
Um.
Or to those
Back.
hasteberries, actually, because that's probably the first point you want to reach. What's the quickest path to the hasteberries?
Back up through the mountains.
Oh, that's what I was afraid of. Well, let's see. You can't embark yet because they don't have seafaring, even if they did.
Could wait.
Uh, hmm. Do you remember what those pumpkins do? Does it provide like a bonus? I think units heal when they move onto a pumpkin patch. I could be wrong. Do you see the
I
pumpkins?
don't remember.
Huh?
Wish you could hover over it.
Yeah, I would head in that direction. You might be able to hunt some stuff, and then you'll have seafaring next turn. So then you can come back by water and head over to land over at that inn or something, and head to the hasteberries, and then make your way from the hasteberries to Mistdale, or you just go by sea to Mistdale. So yeah, I would head towards the pumpkin patch. You could have the the reed serpent and the dire penguin. They both have
They can swim.
yeah, 3, 4. How much movement does it cost for them to go over the water? Only 4, right? 1, 2.
Yep.
but it's safer because there's fewer units that can attack them in the water. So yeah, I would have those two go by sea,
Where should they go?
as close as they can get to the pumpkins, because that's probably some others. I know the
They
lucky
can. They
clover.
can. They have enough movement to just walk straight there.
Yeah, but if they get ambushed by something, so I'd have them go in the water tile as close to you see the westernmost water tile. Because
Yeah.
if there's brigands wandering around, you don't want them to get killed. The brigands are like probably less likely to attack them on. Oh, it just provides population. Oh, restores 20% HP to
Yep.
visiting
They do
units.
heal.
Um,
So should I group up my army and go heal there?
um,
I mean,
yeah, I mean, you can't get the whole army there, but you can have them move west one to start moving that direction. Because, yeah, it
this is
should.
a good place for a city.
Yeah, the cities will grow faster. The lucky clover is also adds gold when located within adds gold for cities, and visiting units get lucky until their next battle. So you get a buff from the lucky clover. So yeah, I would send the 3 longbowmen west tile, and then you can have Shira go an extra couple tiles, because she's got more movement than the longbowmen. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then keep them in the water.
Um, yeah.
Oh, I
You
should
never know
probably
when you're gonna find wandering scoundrels, and they
probably
could.
send the storm sister as well, right?
Where is the storm? Oh, she's way over there.
Group up. She can group up with the longbowman. Longbowman.
Oh yeah, because she can heal up with the pumpkin patch. Yeah, I would send her to group up with those guys.
All right.
Cool.
You still. Oh, you have movement, but not in the direction I need you to have movement in.
Who?
Okay. Well, there we go.
We still got movement?
She can't go into the forest with it. All right, that's my turn.
Oh, I see.
Should I end my turn? I guess I could cast a spell still. Wild
Uh,
animals, maybe.
what
Wouldn't
are
be a
you
bad
at for
idea.
mana balance now that you lost that boar before?
-1.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good balance. Yeah, you might summon a wild animal. Probably underground. Those guys that are severe, where the next to
Oh,
Shane and ONS, since it's just the two
yeah.
of them.
They
And
could use a hand.
yeah, they could use a hand if they're gonna clear some more wisps, or they're gonna deal with those
Where
brigands
should
to
I
the
summon it? On top of
on top.
Awanas?
Yeah, or can you summon it one to the southwest in the city outskirts, or does that not work? Because
Oh, you're right. I can summon it
I
anywhere in
thought,
the city.
yeah, anywhere in that city, or just the tile. I thought it could always summon next to the hero, or is it anywhere in the
No,
domain of the city? Because she's in
not
friendly.
anywhere in the domain. Anywhere adjacent to the buildings, it looks like.
Ah, okay. Because maybe because it's a friend allied city. Yeah, that's probably right. But I would still summon it next to her, because if you summon it for anywhere further, the brigands could come and kill it. If it's next to
Okay.
her, then at least she can reinforce force it.
Dire
Yeah.
penguin. I just summoned a penguin.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Do you have enough casting points to summon another wild animal?
I do. Actually,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, I'd probably do a second one there.
On the same tile.
Yep.
Another baby shock serpent. I am not getting any spiders. I got one spider and it died. I keep getting all these kind of crappy serpents.
Can you summon a third animal? You're probably just gonna attack the
No, that's
brigands.
all out of. That's it for casting points.
Oh, you're at 0, or you just have less than.
3. I'm at 3.
Oh, you could start summoning a wild animal, and those 3 will get used towards summoning it. And you can
I
always
will
cancel it.
be out of mana. I have 64 and I'm losing 19.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, you
I think
keep.
I'm good on animals
Let
now.
me send you some mana, or I'll do it on my
Very
turn.
expensive.
What?
They're very expensive.
Yeah, I'll send you some more mana, and you'll probably lose the Shock Serpent. I was gonna say you're probably gonna want to attack the Brigand encampment, but
Yeah.
you're probably gonna lose some more animal units. So like, you know, but they're more
All
cost
right. I can
effective than
start
spells
summoning
because
one.
you use them, they do a bunch of damage, then they die, kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I
All
would
right.
start summoning another one because your remaining action points, even though casting points, it won't be enough to summon it, but that way you'll only use 37 casting points next turn instead of 40 to summon. So you see, you'll
Okay.
make partial progress this turn. And I think you don't use any mana until you actually cast the spell. So it's always good to start casting a spell that's slower, and then you can always cancel it if you decide not to next turn.
All right.
Um,
These guys have movement.
I would just leave them there. If the brigands attack, it's already going to be a fight of 3v3, which is balanced,
Okay.
but their units are stronger than your animals, so you probably would lose both animals, and your hero would barely survive.
All right.
So,
I'll end my turn.
yeah, because those brigands are nasty. After my turn, then the brigands will get a chance to maybe attack. So, of course, we won't get that far this time, but Fairfields can join.
Oh, you can
uh,
annex Fairfield now?
can doesn't mean should.
How come?
Uh,
Oh, you don't want to defend them?
yeah, I mean, it costs a bunch of money. They want 307 gold for it. It's not like they're going to
Oh,
do it for free. If they were going to say,
yeah,
we'll
fair
join
enough.
for free, maybe, but it's not a good use of my gold.
I can absorb Mistdale for 165.
I'll probably leave
They're
him
going in
be.
3 turns, though.
Yeah, I'd let him keep growing for now. I mean, we got other things to do with the gold, and you're going to, as we raise more units, we'll have less and less of a gold surplus, so.
Yeah. Plus, I
Mm-hmm.
think you make more gold in trade
No,
than you do from directly
it's
owning it.
essentially a tax of a certain percent of the income you would if you control the city. It caps out at 80% of what you would get by directly controlling the city, I think. So it's never like, I mean, if a city really likes you, it's almost as good as controlling the city, but it's never quite as
Oh,
good.
so the base income's only higher because it's not a village. No, it's a village. Why is its base income 30?
Probably because of like terrain sites.
Oh, plus 10. So the actual true base is 20. No, huh. Okay. My Eleanor is getting plus 10 from just the base income. But Mistdale is making 30 from base income. So what
Mistdale
I'm
has
actually getting from it is 18.
no, that the base is not like it's not the base of the city size. It's how much is the city bringing? That includes the gold mine to the northeast of Mistdale.
Ah,
So
okay.
it's got 10 from the gold mine, and I guess it's got 20 from being a village. That seems a little high. It should be less than 20.
Maybe I don't know. Because right
Some
now I'm making more money from my vassals than I am from Eleanor, and Eleanor is only a village.
How much does Eleanor pay?
18 total, but it's a base of 10, 2 from happiness, and 6 from merchandising.
It's a base of 10. Oh, what it probably is Mistdale is probably happier than Eleanor, so it's producing more gold. So it's
Oh,
probably
right.
10, but after you include merchandising and happiness, it's producing 20, and then it gets 10 more from the gold mine. And I actually know that it would get a percentage extra on the gold mine, so it's 20 plus 50. So it's got to be getting plus 50 from merchandising plus happiness or something. Or
So
merchandising get plus
anything it
50.
should be profitable.
Yes, but it'll take like around 15 turns to pay for itself or something. And that's if you don't do any city upgrades or anything. So yeah, it does pay for itself, but it usually takes like 10 to 15 turns or something to pay for itself. And to give you an idea, we're only on turn 25 of the campaign, so it's a while, you know.
Yeah.
It's eventually profitable, but not immediately. And you have to defend it, which the garrison will eat into. After you account for a defensive garrison, it can be more expensive to control directly because you have to
Mm.
defend it then. But if you already have the units and they have nothing better to do, and you have the gold and nothing better to do with it, then yeah. Um, all right. Well, I just made a sun guard, and I think your girlfriend wanted to watch a TV series with you late soon, so I should
Yeah.
hurry, not do too much here. Probably not time for a fight or anything. Yeah, I'm just mass producing sun guards, although barracks wall, guardhouse, and arena. Or I could produce a chariot. Hmm. Okay, forts do have a thing for knowledge income, so you probably will get knowledge income from that fort on the coast you're building, from the Lost Library.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
should be able to. It's any empire wide resources. Yeah.
Yeah, you just won't get production resources. Like hasteberries
Yeah.
won't do anything for a fort, although they will for a
Yeah.
city that grows out of the fort, but not while
Yeah.
it's just a fort. Uh,
The inn
th-
won't help until I put a city here,
yeah,
but
the
that's
inn
fine.
won't help and hasteberries won't help, but the hasteberries are a little further away, but they'll eventually, the city will eventually grow to include the hasteberries in its as well. So,
Yeah, I'll
um,
probably put dwarves here.
yeah,
A lot more
well,
mountains than there are.
or frostlings because it is on the edge of Arctic terrain.
Hmm. Yeah, but just barely.
Yeah,
I guess I'll look through the racial bonuses.
yeah. Don't forget there's racial like governance bonuses that you acquire over time too.
Oh yeah.
What? Uh,
Plus, having a dwarf city up here would be helpful. Although I guess I have a lot of mountains up in the north
all right.
to do
Let's
that.
see. Frostlings. Their economic bonus is extra happiness at the first level. Walls and glacial tombs are cheaper to build. Glacial tombs, sorry. Or the royal cards are tougher. They can then produce higher base mana income from their cities. Cheaper castle produces more money and mana. Or the frost weapons inflict frostbite. Huh. Frostlings get some pretty powerful economic bonuses or pretty powerful military ones. Some of the races it's very clear which one to choose, but you could that's the other thing. You can specialize some races to be economic races and others to be warrior races. It's one of the
Yeah.
advantages of multiracial empire. Instead of trying to, pick like, you know, have every race be jack of all trades, you can specialize. But yeah, I just finished a fort and I'm trying to figure out what to do around it. Why is it saying it can't move anywhere? It's all out of movement points. Oh, it's because the other units can. Hmm. Yeah, I can't build a road out or anything. Frosting Ice Queen. This thing has high defenses and it's accompanied by a royal guard. I could clear out the gold mine, but not this trading post. It's too well defended. Uh, oof. Oh, that's what I need to do. What a. So I'm like shuffling units around to defend and take well and fight certain areas. I've got two forts now, and so I'm pulling the garrison of one fort to help clear a gold mine for the other, and yeah, I'm having to train units because one unit defending a fort is a little iffy if brigands come along, especially when it's a melee unit, so it doesn't really benefit from the walls. Uh, except walls can still prevent an enemy, a melee unit, from getting swarmed because they can just stand at the gate when the enemy breaks the gate down, or they can stand in the gate, like actually open it and just guard, and the enemies will have to take them
Yep.
down one by one. So that's an advantage. It's harder for them to like flank it or anything. Um, Actually, I think the gate borders two tiles, so but you stand behind the gate or something. Maybe cast spells while they break down the wall, gate or walls or wherever. Uh, hmm. Alright, so next turn I'll probably murder some halflings for their gold, because there's a gold mine that halfling jesters and farmers, two farmers and a jester. By the way, you haven't encountered the halfling farmers yet, have you?
Halfling farmers?
Yeah, they're pike units. But they have a
I
ranged
don't think
attack.
so. I don't think I have.
Oh, they're quite charming, like all the halfling units. Like all of them, they're short and they physically weak but lucky, but they can throw chickens at long
Yeah.
range. It does a bunch of damage, 13 base damage, no line of sight or range penalties. Yep. And enemy units must resist a check or lose half its movement points. So it can, yeah, it can do some damage at range and slow down enemy stacks so that the archers get more chances to attack before they close. Halfling farmers are actually quite powerful,
Are
especially if
there
their morale
some
is
somewhere?
high. There's some west of my capital and next to the fort. There's two halfling farmers and a halfling jester. You can go look at their stats if you want. Click on the unit card, see the flavor text. It's kind of cute. Like I said, all the halfling units, they all have like cute little descriptions because they're like hobbits, and
I
hobbits
can't
are.
find them.
Oh, so look at you can see everything I can see, right? So if you look
Yeah.
northwest of Anglemore, do you see the fort there? The
Yeah.
fort is, what is it called technically? The fort actually has a name. Uh,
Oh, I found them. I see.
Amnenia. The Fort Amnenia. Yeah.
Yeah. I see now. They have pitchforks.
Yep. They're surprisingly effective, like all the halfling units. That's probably the best description of virtually every halfling unit is surprisingly effective. You would think it's not that good
Yep.
until you look at its gimmick or you consider how often Lucky completely cancels any damage they would have suffered because they just dodge. Especially if you can find a way to improve the
Oh, a new
morale of a
city.
halfling. What?
I just met a city. Did you explore something?
Yeah. There's a orc city here.
Where?
Underground. Imbolde.
Oh,
It's a big one. I mean, it's a city is in the size city, always
oh,
exceeded
shoot.
by a metropolis. They'll
Yeah,
give they'll
that's
give quests eventually. There's a dungeon in their terrain, so I could get a peace treaty so I can go and fight the dungeon at some point if I really wanted. There's a dungeon and a production resource. Oh yeah, it would be worth signing a peace treaty with them eventually just for that production resource and the experience. I don't have an army nearby, so not now, but yeah, if you can see, like, yeah, there's like resource sites near that city which can be cleared for, you know, loot and experience and stuff. At some point at some point might as well send an army there and go fight, clear the sites near them. So, not worth it until there's nowhere left to explore besides there, but still. Yeah, I had my scout get as close as I could without entering the borders, so I can see. Well, also I didn't know there was a city there, so that's kind of the bigger reason why. Oh yeah, and I got these 3 undead. Where was sending her? Oh, yeah, I didn't want to fight the nightmare because that thing murders cadavers like they're nothing. Oh. To deal with this flotsam, of course. I should just send the hero. She's 96 gold. Oh, nice. Oh, do you see these lost souls? I almost missed them. They're near Fairfields.
What was that?
There's 3 lost souls next to Fairfields.
I don't see him. Oh, no. Yeah, I see him now.
I almost missed that they were there. Yeah, if I get close to them, I can probably provoke them to attack me, though. Like, I doubt they're gonna ignore if I just... How close can I get my... Oh, I can't get my army any closer than that. Well, whatever. Maybe they'll attack my hero, maybe they won't. Whatever. I'm just doing the scouting this turn. I figure I'd move units around that way, and then, could save it and call it quits, I guess. You can go watch your TV show after.
Right.
Where else do I have scouts? Oh, I've got this one that was scouting along the river, but then you found that flotsam, so you're probably gonna actually send a unit to boat down the river, which is much more effective than my running alongside it with the scout. Guess I could see if there's anything across these mountains. Why not? It's probably nothing, but... Oh, no, the mountains do end. I can see the edge of a forest. There's something here, I just don't know what it is.
Oh.
Yeah, if you look at the north of the map where there's that cheetah in the mountains, yeah. There's something. I have no idea what. But I'm gonna find out with the scout. I mean, that's what scouts are for, partly is to find interesting things. And then you've got these units to help me deal with. It's only a relatively weak draconian force, but I do appreciate the help, and Oh yeah, my sun guards have fire protection. That's right, because the sun shields provide that. Yeah, won't be a hard force to take down, but I could probably use help coring that in or whatever. I don't have enough units for that, so still be useful.
Oh, are you gonna check out that quest? See what's over there?
Which quest?
To the south in Requiem.
Oh, near Troquium? Oh yeah. I hadn't gotten to moving that stack yet. Yeah, you did want to see what.
Yeah, kind of curious what's going on there.
Where is the floating thing? Because they didn't offer me the same quest, so I don't
It
know.
is directly southwest of southeast of the city center.
On the mountains to the southeast of the city center?
Yep.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, whatever it is will probably move around. I can't. Obviously, mountains are hard to move onto, but oh, if you're wondering what a devout unit is, an example of it is the High Elf Evangelists on this random shrine to the Wizard King.
Yeah.
It's guarded by a
Very good.
martyr, 2 initiates, and an evangelist. Well, the evangelist is tough, and it can charm my units, can convert them, annoyingly. That I do not like.
Oh.
What?
They can convert units.
Oh yeah. Looks like the quickest way to get that city is actually to. Oh. Ah, here's some brigands. I'll probably want to hunt the brigands on the way to that city, though.
Oh,
Because then I can grab the haste berries.
are
What?
those theocrat units?
Yes.
Okay.
If you played as a theocrat, you have units like that. Theocrat requires a very high skill level to play as because there's a lot of synergies between their units.
Yeah.
So I didn't recommend playing it first. But let's see. That's my watchtower, and huh. I might even be able to deal with these mammoth riders soon. Actually, this turn. Yeah, a lot of the best movement in paths here involve fights, which obviously I don't want to make you wait for, like some brigands, and then there's a mammoth rider, a harpoon thrower, and a raider, which I might be about ready to deal with because I can swarm the mammoth with 9 units, which should be enough to just murder it through lots of flanking. So
Yeah. All right.
some brigands to clear, and if I do well against them and don't take too much damage, then the mammoth rider, and if I don't, then I can just gather units and still maybe take on the mammoth. Just also I get some really nice spells as some combat spells anyways as a warlord. Last stand and lion's courage. Also bless and heal. So yeah, I could probably take the mammoth. It'll cost me some mana for sure. I'll probably have to use spells, but that'll get me a production resource, a free city upgrade to Hontuli probably. But yeah, that'll have to come next video, next play session probably even.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want to make you wait for a whole fight.
Yeah, it's getting a little late.
Yeah. I'll have a cheetah done next turn. How are you doing on mana?
24.
24. Oof.
Spending it all on animals.
Yeah, let me send you some mana per turn. And do I want to raise more militia than that? I want to get a start on it just in case. Oh, I see. You pay the mana cost up front when you start casting a spell, but if you cancel, you get everything back. So yeah, yeah. Let me send you some mana so that you can accept that. I don't want you to lose the opportunity to use all your casting points because you worried about mana. There's actually a lot of. Let me give you another 27 mana a turn. How much do you have in storage?
24.
20. Oh, only 24? Let me also kick you, like 32 mana, let's say.
Yeah, I really gotta get some of these shrines built.
Yeah, and I came across a bunch of gold there, so I'm also throwing 8 gold. Though in the long run I'm gonna need, so I'm gonna you know what, I'll make this more than 8. Actually, I'll make this 16. There. So 16 gold, 32 mana, 27 mana per turn. I'm just asking for 1 more gold per turn.
All right.
Yeah, so you get that. Since they came across, you know, a windfall of a bunch of gold, giving you some back, but for the short run, but in the long run, I'll need it because I'm just, you know, I won't have this much forever. It's just a temporary glut of it. So I'm giving you a loan essentially of gold and giving you some mana income just because you need the mana. All right. Well, yeah. So I've got 3 fights to do next video. Some halflings, some brigands, and a mammoth. That's gonna be a hard fight. But if I beat it, free building. And the brigands are just experience for my units, obviously. For my main leader, actually. Should make quick work of these brigands. She can do 17 damage per melee hit. Warlords are tough like that. And she's armored. She has 15 health plus armored, which means it's essential. Or sorry, 15 defense, which is 17 defense against anything that doesn't have armor piercing. Which is the brigands do not, so they can barely even hurt her. I'm just imagining like this fully armored Catwoman just charging these, you know, these. I almost feel sorry for the brigands. She, like, you know, she's not nearly as tough against like higher tier units that can easily get through her armor. Like the elephant would still do, I mean, 15. She reduces incoming damage by it'd still do 8 damage per hit. With a melee strike, and even more on a charge, 14 per hit. But the mammoth rider, I should say, but these dwarf scoundrels, like, they can only do 2 damage per hit in melee retaliation. And actually, does she have martial arts yet? It might not even do that. Oh, she leveled up. She has martial arts. Okay. Nope, she's actually, I think I think it's 0 to 1 damage on their on their melee retaliations. She's almost immune to the brigand's
Well,
melee strikes because she has so much defense.
jeez.
Yeah, I've been going hard on the defense. Warlords are they basically just you know massive damage and they charge. Uh,
All right.
Hold on. I'm gonna give her. I'm gonna give her an upgrade. Probably 3 hit points and or I could give her entire army charge. Oh, that works on everything. That works on my pikemen, prower. You probably will use on the prower effectively. Eh. Yeah, hold on. Let me upgrade her because I didn't realize. I think she probably just got the hit points because those help against spells, which are her main weakness. And Warcry. +3 melee strength until the end of turn. So it's like she uses it. I don't think it costs anything. She can use it once every 3 turns too, so it actually does regenerate. But the main thing is when she closes to melee, she'll usually finish the melee in like 1 turn because she does so much damage. So
Yeah.
yeah, so she might as well like instead of +1 melee strength, +3 damage, and then she might be able to kill enemies in like 2 hits instead of 3 sometimes. Used well, it's probably a very, very powerful ability. Used poorly, I would have been better just with more melee strength. But okay, I don't know how I missed that my hero leveled up. Maybe she did on a previous turn. I just didn't notice it. Yeah, it looks big on her hit points like she did it. Might have done it a turn ago after a fight or something. I just completely missed it. Let's make sure my other hero didn't. Nope. Okay. All right. Well, I'm good. Folks in YouTube, I wish you all the best. Take care of each other. Be kind yourselves. May you always find a guiding star to lead you home. I do.